Welcome to today's video where we are going to learn all about the chinchilla. The chinchilla is a mammal whose lifespan ranges 10 years in the wilderness and up to 20 years in expert care. Their young can gestate up to 111 days, and usually at birth, 1 to 6 babies are born, averaging 2. They weigh 4 to 6 ounces at birth and mature around 8 months of age. They can grow to a length between 8 to 11 inches and weigh between 1 to 2 pounds. Smaller than a house cat, with large dark eyes, velvety rounded ears, and plush, grayish fur, the chinchilla is perhaps one of the most enchanting rodents around. They are wildly social, living in family groups, which can form vast colonies called herds of over 100 individuals. Unlike other rodents, male chinchillas help raise the youngsters if needed, and if a female is unable to nurse her own kits, another female may come to the rescue and feed her young. Now, that's being neighborly. There are 2 chinchilla species, the long-tailed or Chilean Chinchilla langeria and the short-tailed Chinchilla chinchilla. Both have suffered from excessive hunting and trapping, and both are currently listed by the International Union for Conservation in Nature, or IUCN, as endangered, as their numbers continue to decline despite current protection measures. The Chinchilla langeria is the type that is more likely to be kept as a pet. Living in the harsh Andes Mountains of South America, chinchillas have had millions of years of evolution to grow their dense, soft, lush fur in response to the elements. The ancient Incan Empire hunted chinchillas for their meat and fur, and kept them as pets. Chinchilla fur became popular in the 1700s, and commercial hunting in northern Chile began in earnest in 1828. All chinchillas were hunt and trapped, but the chinchilla was especially sought after due to its high-quality fur and larger size. Fur traders even used dynamite to destroy their burrow systems, which also annihilated many of the rodents. By the early 1900s, chinchillas were a whisker away from becoming extinct. According to the Chinchilla Chronicles website, yes, there is such a thing, an American mining engineer named Matthias F. Chapman fell in love with the rotund little rodents and received special permission from the Chilean government to import nearly a dozen chinchillas into the U.S. in the 1920s. He was careful in the transport, taking over a year to slowly acclimate the chinchillas to a lower altitude, and he brought along their natural food for the journey. It is thought that nearly every pet chinchilla in the U.S. today is a direct descendant of the 11 chinchillas that Chapman imported to the United States. Domestic chinchillas, which have been selectively bred for nearly 100 years, are almost twice the size of those in the wilderness. Adult females are about 30% larger than males. The difference is a bit less pronounced in the wilderness. The chinchilla is related to guinea pigs and porcupines. With short front legs and long, muscular hind legs, chinchillas resemble small-eared rabbits or a mini kangaroo. The chinchilla's hair is about 1.5 inches long, with gray, white, and black bands. It can appear bluish or silver gray. These creatures are fleet of foot and can jump across a 6-foot crevice. The chinchilla may appear bulky, but that thick, silky fur hides the physique of a remarkably athletic rodent. Large black eyes survey the land, while its bushy tail twitches. Short forefeet have 5 digits, and narrow hind feet have 3 digits and a rudimentary digit with stiff bristles surrounding a small, flat claw. Bristles may help provide traction on rocky terrain, and females, as already mentioned, are larger than males. With a dense fur coat and being unable to pant or sweat, chinchillas can easily overheat in human care. Its only cooling mechanism is to pump blood through its large ears, which have less hair. Living in the barren, arid, rugged areas of the Andes of northern Chile at unforgiving altitudes of 9,800 to over 16,000 feet, chinchillas hole up in rock crevices or dig burrows at the base of rocks. According to the IUCN, The typical habitat is rocky or sandy with sparse cover of thorny shrubs, maybe a few herbs and forbs, some scattered cactuses, and patches of succulent bromeliads near the coast. Despite their harsh environment, the Chilean chinchilla is a selective folivore and granivore, choosing plants with high fiber and low lignin content. Their diet changes seasonally, with its most common food being the perennial Chilean needlegrass, but it consumes ferns, a succulent bromelid, and cactus, which is likely its main source of water. It eats sitting upright, holding food in its forefeet. Chinchillas are nocturnal. In the open, and their harsh habitat is mostly open, they sit upright while sunbathing in the morning, grooming or eating. They must gnaw on things to keep their ever-growing incisors in check. They rarely squabble with neighbors. To maintain a healthy coat, chinchillas take dust baths regularly, leaving a whispered circle of light, fine, pumice dust. Living in large groups can help ward off danger, as there are more eyes on the lookout. But as a rodent, chinchillas are fair game for an array of predators from land and sky. Owls and hawks may take them from the air, while foxes, cougars, and even snakes may hunt them on the ground. Fortunately, these agile little creatures have a range of defenses including running lightning fast, darting for cover, spraying urine, and if things really get tense, releasing a clump of fur in the mouth of an attacker if bitten. This is referred to as a fur slip. Of course, these defenses do little to protect them from their most formidable predator, humans. Chinchillas were hunted mercilessly for their pelts, and despite current protections, their numbers continue to decline. Like most social mammals, chinchillas have a significant vocal repertoire. 10 different sounds, varying by behavioral context, are made while exploring, in response to predators, sexual encounters, and social behavior toward both friend and foe. All chinchillas have a similar cry that is used commonly from birth. Both the long-tailed and short-tailed chinchilla are highly social, living in large colonies of up to 100 individuals. Females are dominant and aggressive toward other females, as well as the males during estrus, although serious fighting is rare. After an estrus cycle of 38 days, females may have 2 or even 3 litters per year. The breeding season is November to May in the Northern Hemisphere. Litter sizes range from 1 to 6, but 2 is the average number of offspring. They are born fully furred and with their eyes and ears open. Young become sexually mature at around 8 months of age. Unlike other rodents, males stick around and may assist with parental duties like babysitting. Conservation. Conservation measures were implemented with legislation to protect the long-tailed Chilean chinchilla in 1929. However, laws were not seriously enforced until the establishment in 1983 of the Reserva Nacional Los Chinchillas in Aco, Chile. The IUCN reports that populations inside the reserve are in decline, while those outside in restored habitats are increasing. Mining operations are a significant threat to this once widespread rodent. The short-tailed chinchilla population has declined by about 90% in the past. Illegal hunting and trapping of them has declined somewhat through the establishment of rearing in human care, though they once populated the Andes of Bolivia, Peru, northwest Argentina, and Chile. They persist in only 2 known regions in Chile. Threats to chinchillas persist, including illegal hunting, quality habitat loss from grazing by cattle and goats, mining, and firewood extraction. Domestic chinchillas are not subject to international conservation regulations. Sharing chinchilla information and providing up-close encounters with these endearing rodents will hopefully inspire people to help conserve them. Some chinchilla fun facts. Chinchillas are one of the longest-lived rodents, making it to a ripe old age of 20 if in managed care. Its crazy soft fur is dense, from 50 to 75 hairs springing from a single hair follicle. In contrast, humans have only 2 to 3 hairs growing out of a single follicle. Chinchillas like to chill. They can overheat if it's humid and over 80 degrees Fahrenheit. The lungs on a Chilean chinchilla are asymmetric, with 3 lobes on the left and 4 on the right. And that's our video for today. If you enjoyed, please press like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.